You can see the aggression on the other side as well, but BONECOLD's on the other side of this, and there's that check. BONECOLD, you said it, the alpha himself, takes the fight, wins it, but doesn't check on Russ, and he gets away with more than just murder. It's a double homicide, he gets 2 of them. cNed deals with it, sure, but now it's going to be cNed on an island for some time. The support's on the way, but it's still a couple of seconds off, and they don't think they expect it. Trexx is trying to thread the needle between the two, but support's now there, and he's in a bit of a problem himself.
cNed now have to be the one to find something, but actually Zeek finds Sayf up into heaven here, so Acend will find another man advantage, but Trexx denies the plant going down initially. cNed will tap it. Well, not Acend now, just going to stand and fight this. Trexx will find another one. It's just cNed left standing.
He is the player that has impressed us thoroughly.
So there's almost feeling like Acend just poking a little bit, seeing if they can find anything. Actually, cNed will slip through and find Leo. Actually, we'll find a second now. Koldamenta will fall.
Oh. Not too much of the spotlight taken by the others. cNed wants to show off, and I don't blame him. Look at the man. Farming up 3. Trexx. A new final boss to handle, and cNed exceeds. Leaving just Russ and a Spectre. This was the bonus. And it will be taken. Yeah, all in's one way to say it. Zeek gonna feed the beast. Leo on the other side, happy to receive that. No worries there, but Russ spamming away, and he wasn't far from it. Gets starxo, and Acend barely got a look in.
It feels like they're testing the setup there, and it holds. koldamenta over the top. We'll find BONECOLD, and actually Guild will spawn red. Crossing this default now, Zeek. I was going to say, might be sold a whole sense of security by the boombot there, and cNed unable to peek at the same time. He will get away. An early advantage here for Guild.
Pinched on this. Does he get away in time, or does that pinch come in just as the second ticks away? 27 seconds. BONECOLD had to have at least blinded Russ there. He did, but koldamenta's got his back. And now you can see the rest of it. Guild in perfect synergy. This pinch really meant nothing to him. Russ remaining dominant, kept that timing just right. They didn't fall for that presence and pressure that was tried to be applied towards heaven. And starxo in the 1v5, and it's a matter of time. He's just going to try and tuck himself in potentially here. But again, I'm loving this from Guild, seeing just this solid approach.
Adjustment on the back of that pick. It takes Acend expecting to pop the Blade Storm. Yeah, you hear it activated. If you can find anything here. As 3 though, Guild are walking garage, and Sayf will find BONECOLD. Can they wrap this? koldamenta already positioned now, looking towards heaven. There's nothing here. Acend left guessing.
No. Yeah, they've kind of taken territory and met no real resistance that they expected here. One flash comes in. That's just reassurance for Guild more than anything. They're happy enough with that. And they haven't had to particularly move either. You can see that slightly deeper hold from koldamenta to watch that CT push just in case. They're being funneled in. Acend, again, limited contact here. They're not finding those easy picks. And cNed has to keep searching, has to go deeper, has to push further. And there it is, read like a book. Guild are waiting patiently. Now that they didn't expect starxo to double down on that CT push, but by now look at what's remaining. It's just Kiles left, and he's just met with just a little bit more, find some more comfort on the side, because you can see it now. Guild try and work back in, and Acend put up the defenses. They're in perfect positioning to greet them after clearing out that ultimate, feeling far more comfortable. As Russ, an impossible scenario presented.
Although he finds, okay, any value on the way out, starxo will fall. Again, at this point, yeah, just make the economy suffer. Russ happy to actually give it up to the spike here. Try to draw somebody a bit closer, but we'll just
see if they can keep that sort of thing up, I guess. Oh man, this is something else. Russ now knows he's got to really pay attention, be on his toes, because he is far. There's no one else really within touching distance here, and you can see the instant gap close. He's going to be cleared. No! Plays his life. Still living, takes down Zeek, still trying to buy time for his boys to get back over on these rotations. He's done so well at this. Russ worth his weight in gold right now, controlling the side. And there's Trexx making that big debut. 3 kills already. And the #1 team target on the back. But for now, we pay attention to the round, because Sayf wants to start things off perfectly for Guild. A pick towards middle and a fall away, but it's not just him here. On the other side, it's Leo. The second string, Sayf now reappears. Over towards the A site, they're everywhere. Acend can't get away from them. They're being smothered by this. Oh, and this Trexx. The player I would not want to meet here. always seems good for one at the very least. And there it is. That aim is so sharp. He couldn't overwhelm starxo in the end. But now it's starxo in a 1v4. It's a long road to try and handle this now. And he knows it. All that utility put to play. Trying to find anyone a pixel out of place. He finds one, trying to get the heal off. Does he have time for it? They're going to try and close that gap. So aware and so dangerous, but Sayf wants it, and he gets it.
Next sort of solution is here for Acend.
Oh,
Yeah, look, they can't close it.
They thought they had maybe that little bit of an opening, a chance to chase down that op, but no, there is a man right there by their side. And Guild are playing in such perfect synergy.
Yeah.
As much as people are going to be like, Acend are bad now, you know what I mean? Like, this is actually Guild playing a really good game. This is very impressive work, and be it the new player buff, you know, the roster change buff comes in, everything feels good, you got none of those worries or, you know, issues you used to have potentially, or in that honeymoon period, it all makes sense, and obviously Acend hit that peak, beating every other team, right? Everyone looks at them now as the trendsetters. The same way that Sentinels face that downturn after having such a high peak. It's very hard to continue that forward. Players will always look to you to be the standard now.
And they heard the TP.
Yes.
Oh.
Still a nice shot, but...
BONECOLD's got a sheriff. You never count this man out with a sheriff.
This is true. We know this.
Maybe not that one,
Few too many players.
Last round, very uncomfortable. Again, they're so desperate to close the gap here. Find the... Again, no, look. Sayf whiffs that out, and there's so many people to help him. There's two bodies to make sure that he's got this reinforcement.
It is just this pack mentality, isn't it? You're just playing against an entire squad the whole time, and trexx couldn't adjust well enough on Zeek, who's still standing, and all this time, where's BONECOLD? Holding that site. You can see that kind of... Actually, he's making progress. This is huge. No one's checked on him yet, so he can kind of mentally clear a great deal of this site. He knows they've got to be by pillar. They have to be. And he misses the shot. Teed up, set up, couldn't quite land it. And Acend.
Now 8-4. They come into the last round actually looking pretty good in terms of ultimates. I think Bladestorm and...
Towards B. Look at the 3 play towards heaven. Divide comes in. And Sayf now. Checks the first. That's Zeek now gone. No impact. Quick res comes in. cNed now goes further ahead. Tries to find one. Notes the player up towards heaven. But can he do anything with this? Going to send out the ult. Zeek does catch Sayf, but it's all trade out. Russ is still holding his own. What a sight anchor this man is. He's holding it down so often on his own. His impact is just unreal. And your last man standing is going to be cNed. And there is just a wall of players. And they just spam it out.
It was always chaotic. Oh, hold that thought, because this is...
Oh, speaking of, looking a little chaotic for a start already. Flash comes in. Quells the pace for a second, but trexx is exploring.
I gotta say, it's the one man you don't want to fall first, though. BONECOLD.
True. Now, Cam, been waiting the whole time for this. Hello, koldamenta. Welcome to my site. Kiles on the other side. Gonna spot and dismember koldamenta. Trexx, maybe feeling lucky to be alive, didn't slip into the traps, but now there's problems. They've taken away one of the players who's leaning through early on. They have no idea what's around that corner, really. Their camp's still sitting pretty now, going to be considered and potentially dealt with, but you've still got starxo here. You've got the rotations coming in. You do have trexx, so... And Russ. So there's a lot of firepower still standing, but good work from starxo. Trexx does do well, but it's Kiles to close down the final 2. The sight swing is...
I think gonna give it to him, so... Early read correct, at least.
There's the frost. Zeek, sharp. That's 2. None of these pistols being a problem yet. Send clean on this. Clean's a strong word. Trexx now a casual 1v4 with the best pistol in the game, but we move forward. Now, I want to see if there's anything considered or coming through on this one. Any protocols in play to try and deal with these specters? Any consideration?
I mean, there's 3 on the other side here, Lauren. This is going to be a bloodbath.
It is, and I think they want to. The intention is to push on this, and you can see why. Set into motion by BONECOLD again, and it's something you got to get used to. starxo. Oh, the damage with Zeek is unreal. A perfect little set piece that Acend bring into play, and this is what I wanted to see. With Spectres in hand, with the lesser weaponry, how can they close that gap? How can they get in the faces of Guild? And that's exactly how. Trexx and Russ are left reeling, Spike under enemy control, and no real way back into this.
And full control of the Spike as well. They're definitely just going to sit on this.
30 seconds left.
Trexx and Russ, I mean, best case scenario here. They're able to prevent some of these upgrades. Trexx will deny the first. Again, not really in their best interest to come forward and try and punish Acend at all.
Weapon here. 10 seconds left.
No way starxo gets away with that. He will get the upgrade.
Oh. You can see BONECOLD grinning. And Russ trying to hold on to this. And just... What a little set piece, I hope. Talk me through what they got up to here.
I mean, this it's all on the back of the paranoia.
And again, BONECOLD sitting anti-flash. Just in case Russ pops anything around. Does have to face now for the back of the cam, but cNed takes the attention and there's a swing. The 1-2 combo is just perfect between them. And again, that rifle didn't even come into the matter in time being bought. 25 seconds and Guild are struggling now. cNed just doing aim training, spamming away on that corner. Runs out of all this to play with, but they're just toying with them.
No real hope of even finding much damage here, starxo. We'll retrieve the orb as well. An insult to injury. Sayf actually just going to try and hold on. They want to try and force Leo to say. Posted it, didn't do much. Maybe a tag onto Russ there, half HP.
30 seconds left.
They spammed out Kiles. I thought he might have got away with it, but no. Fully noted. This is now Zeek in a bit of danger. He's all very much on an island, very much out in the dark, but while that happened, you did see that Leo found starxo. Has put BONECOLD now in a 1v3. Spike is planted. What can he do against this? Clearing through towards CT, plenty of challenges en route. 2 slightly closer towards site, 1 tucked away towards heaven. And again, so much could have changed since the last known contact on the site. A little bit of information found, but not a great deal in time. I think this one's cooked. Trying to maybe play for a couple of exits here. Do what he can. Expecting the swing from sight, and well, he wasn't wrong to be thinking as such. But Russ will get the better of Ratty.
That is ratty. I don't like this at all. Not a fan.
Ooh. Oh. No. Did he catch a glimpse? I've seen a little something. Certainly heard it now, but wonder how much he had noted. Russ having to respect the utility put down, forced to back away.
Hesitation is commencing.
Bloody battle in middle is brutal. Look at the damage. koldamenta down low, forced to back. starxo peeling away as well. And Trexx going to pick up the mantle and try and lead a little further forward. But there's still players around here. Zeke's just on this corner.
He'll still stacked up though, but I'll find some space in towards ropes. I'll find that. Eye for utility, but is a little further back.
I've got your train.
He's just happy to stand and fight. A load of damage done, actually.
It's so well done. Look at the state of them. koldamenta, Trexx, Leo, Russ, they're all tagged up. They're all looking so wounded that starxo just calls them down. Killer's going to just potentially a pinch towards ramp.
But in position with the paranoia, it's beautiful as well. BONECOLD, man.
He's very good at this game.
He's really good.
He is very good at this game. Like, what are you meant to say? The guy is just a bit of a monster. It is up against pistols, though, so we don't need to, you know, screech too much about it.
Even there, he should be...
Comes in, but he's still going to stand his line. Oh, Sayf's got the better of him. Big impact from Sayf, and he's actually going to re-aggress a little. Noting the res coming in, they now know presence is just smothering up towards heaven. There's a lot of bodies here already, though. This isn't as free as they'd like. This isn't as light as they'd like, as Kiles is on the back of the site. Swings out, finds one. starxo catching off Sayf. It's Trexx still standing. He needs koldamenta in this too. He needs some help in this one. And then koldamenta comes through with at least a kick towards Zeek, but look at what's remaining. koldamenta on his own, being watched by cNed as soon as he comes around that corner. And we're back.
Russ. Safe here, but it's shut down, and they don't see anything else behind it. Yeah, you can see starxo reconsiders, but yeah, there you go. Just to confirm.
Yeah, really nice. Any more? Not going to happen. Good trade for Leo there. Going to at least allow them to be carried across towards the site, but that spike still needs to go down, and Acend here. They hit rotations fast. Now, I guess the saving quality, the redeeming factor, is Russ. Maybe that presence eventually could pay dividends, but already you can see the timing is not ideal. Killer's going to get trexx, Leo's gone down, and then suddenly that clock in your mind goes, where's that flank? You can already see on the minimap, starxo looking behind him. He knows there's a chance of it, but Russ noted that he has no access towards middle, had to look around elsewhere. Shot and a half. Killer's down. No one ate that flash, so has a chance to step forward a little. 20 seconds to the next, almost unable to get to hand. The tap away, the jump peek, gets himself. Oh! Zeek turns it. Sayf trips up on his own shoelaces, and Zeek can't quite make more of that, but Kiles is already here. Flashed up though, Russ good for another. They're trying to trade out as best they can, but there still needs to be a clean fight won somewhere, and cNed is still around. Great work again, trexx and Russ. That's what you need. A little bit of that magic to come through. As BONECOLD now presented a 1v3. Not quite a post plan yet, but soon to be.
To be the one. I don't want to see anybody fall here on the side of Guild. 3 rifles they can make work. BONECOLD's approach will be noted. And when do they swing? You see them all leaning this way already.
He has to buy time. That's exactly what he's trying to do right now, and this is it. Oh, gorgeous work towards koldamenta. No presence in middle, though. I was expecting to see if maybe Russ had made it there. Not the case. cNed gets dealt with. Good work from Sayf. starxo's on the site. He's by his side. BONECOLD's gone down, and there's the cavalry coming in. Zeek finds Leo, and there's that mid.
From BONECOLD, man. It's so disgusting.
It is a bit weird, isn't it? Kiles. No patience needed. Gonna find 2, invest the ult, swings around the corner, sees it all himself anyway. He's got first-hand information, doesn't need it second. Trexx and Sayf still standing, and they need to dig deep on this one. Gotta find a little something, a little bit of magic to dig through, and actually Trexx gets himself a rifle at the very least, so that's something to play with here. Spike towards the site, and Trexx is on guard duty. Gotta deal with cNed, not gonna happen. Caught. Trying to back away and Sayf, good luck, my friend. It's not today, as Acend are going to make it on the board just across that finish line as Guild had a look in. The window was shut in their faces. Acend, I mean, it always feels like there's a chance and there's always that capability.
Yeah.
Defuse the spike.
Oh no. Oh no. Have they found koldamenta? They found koldamenta. That's koldamenta's body, by the way.
That's koldamenta. Why'd you think?
F's in chat. koldamenta.
Oh.
Oh no.